Okay, um, this is Mike. This is the jungler for Rising Tide. Uh, he's a Diamond Vi player, so we're gonna review this game for you, the one where you went 10-8 and lost.
All right, so just to preface this, I'm looking at your match history, and you've got 4 games of Vi in your match history, 2 on Electrocute, 2 on Conquer, and I'm just gonna go really, really quickly and tell you why Conquer is bad and why both of your Conquer games went a lot worse than your Electrocute games. So Conquer on Vi is extremely inefficient. It takes you a really, really long time to get the stacks up, and so it's not even worth going because you're going to be tankier with your Blast Shield anyway, your passive. So Electrocute gets the damage off and also gets your healing off if you're taking correct runes a lot more efficiently than Conqueror does, and it will just help you get more damage off. It'll help you survive longer because you're going to get more healing off with Ravenous Hunter and stuff. And your fights aren't going to be really long enough for Conqueror to actually come into effect that much. By the time you get your Conqueror up and your fights is Vi, the fight is either already won or lost because it takes you so long to stack it up, and your initial burst from your electrocute in a Q auto attack E on early ganks is just so high. It just feels so good to get a gank off on electrocute. So preface there, don't go conquer, go electrocute or hail of blades every game, either one. Second thing, I'm looking at your builds, and 3 out of your 4 builds you did correctly. Divine Sunder is the best Vi item, the second best being Eclipse, and that's just they both accomplish the same sort of thing. They're both for dueling and for survivability and tank busting, but Divine Sunder is if you're going if you already have a bunch of damage on your team and you want to go a little bit more supportive or tanky. Eclipse is for if you want to be a carry, and Eclipse opens you up to buying more lethality items like Collector later on, so it opens up your build path. Where if you go Divine Sunder, you have to either go Black Cleaver or Styrics Gauge second item every single time. And Divine Sunder into Black Cleaver into Styrics Gauge, or into Styrics Gauge into Black Cleaver is definitely the best build in the game for most Vi games. But maybe Eclipse into Collector if you're really trying to hard carry. So I'm gonna
For
open up
for the
this.
Sunderer loadout, then, is Cleaver versus Sterak's just based on if you need tank shred versus if you're primary engage?
Yes.
Okay.
So if they're already stacking armor, then you go the Black Cleaver. If they're carry, say their mid laner is like fucking 9-0, everybody else is super squishy. You don't really need the Black Cleaver for anybody, but their AP mid laner is 9-0 with the Zhonya's. Black Cleaver is still efficient there because it shreds the Zhonya's, and that's the primary target.
Okay.
If you don't have somebody like a Vayne or like a Fior or something that can really get true damage off and get armor shred off, then Black Cleaver is really nice.
Okay. You might have to change the stream window then. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. I'll just
Is
stop
it
talking.
working?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. I like the Vi skin. So let's speed this up a little bit. All right, actually, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna tab, and we're gonna look. I'm gonna press O real quick, and we're gonna look at. Oh Jesus Christ, that's a lot of kills. We're gonna look at where your gank pathing should be in regards to what lanes are gonna be your strongest. So I think right now you should be looking to gank top lane because Tryndamere into Mundo. Tryndamere can super snowball that lane, especially pre-6 if you get him ahead. Since level 6 is his power spike, if he wins that lane before 6, then you're really set up for a good side lane push, and he shouldn't need any help from you after 1 or 2 ganks early on. So that means I think you need to start your red buff, and start red buff with a bot lane leash, go to your blue buff, go to your Gromp, and then try and gank Tryndamere from either the River Bush or the Tri-Brush. Alright,
And
go back down.
generally speaking, when it comes to coaching, the thing I recommend is to look at like first 15 to 20 minutes of a game. After that point,
Yeah.
you're working with decisions that have been the product of so many other
After that, it doesn't
decisions.
matter as much, especially for jungle.
Yeah. So, early pathing, early ganking, we're good.
Mm.
Okay. It's kind of unfortunate getting caught out there. Oh. Okay.
see what you skill. Alright, you skilled your W, that's good. Cutting your camp, also good. Skilled your E, also good. Now you're gonna do your wolves, you're gonna do your wolves. So the reason why a lot of junglers won't do their wolves on their first clear is because they don't really matter. You're getting the extra camp and you're getting it on cooldown, but if you're trying to get on the map earlier, you still get level 3. You don't even get level 3 from doing buff wolves buff. You get level 3 from doing buff Gromp. So if you do your wolves, you still have to take Gromp to get level 3. And it's just inefficient if you want to get on the map and get a gank off sooner, or if you want to get an invade off. Specifically against Nasus, I think that you could invade him, honestly. You should always, as well, smite your Gromp on your clear. Smite your Gromp because your Gromp is going to take the longest to take. So it's just really, really efficient to get the smite off. This is a good gank. Very well done. And yeah, you need to go back up here and help him shove this wave in. And he even asked for some help. So you help him shove this wave in, and it crashes, meaning he gets a free recall off. But now Mundo gets to try and freeze it on him and stop his recall.
Oh.
Really, really good regank. Mundo kind of into there, but you took advantage of it, so that's good. Looking mid. Damn, you're just fucking all over the place. This is really, really good early Vi gameplay. So you should be looking to invade here, yep. This is a good reset. Actually, so you can come down bot lane and you can actually dive this bot lane with Nautilus here. Especially because Nico's so low and she's resetting. So when you were up here, you had the timing where you could blast cone over to this, come down to this tri-brush, and then set up a dive here onto the Caitlyn, since Nico was resetting. And right here, coming out of this reset, if you're planning on going top lane, then you need to start doing your Krugs right now. The lane that you want to gank off of a reset, you start on the opposite side and you farm up to them to try and keep your CS efficient and keep yourself even with the enemy jungler, especially in Nasus, which is just going to be power farming. You really, really want to get your camps on cooldown so that they're up again when you reset again. So you want to do Krugs, Raptors. You can skip over your Wolves since they don't really matter that much. Gromp into a top lane gank. Let's see what we do here. Are you just going to run straight up for the gank? So yeah, definitely don't run straight up for a gank off of a reset. You need to start getting your camps on cooldown. You also need to be using your smite on camps. Especially with new smite, you still have 3 stacks of your smite up. Use your smite on camps because you're going to get your red smite sooner. Nasus only has 1 smite left to get his blue smite. And that is a pretty decent power spike, especially for ganking and invading. You still have 3 smite stacks left, which puts you a full minute and a half behind Nasus on the smite.
Is there any situation where he varies what smite he takes?
You always go red smite on Vi, 100% of the time.
Okay.
So right here, you guys can dive this really, really easily, especially you because you can flash Q it. You can honestly just flash Q one shot him once your electric Q comes back up. If you want to just wait for the timing. I think you almost certainly go for this dive every single time. You can even have Tryndamere just run up, slap him once to tank it, you flash in, kill him, and then you both walk out. This Annie's super free. Nice timing on the gank. Also, if you had red smite there, which you should have red smite by now, you would have killed Annie if you red smite her at the beginning of it and auto-attacked. Yep, you recognize that you're strong enough to take this fight. This is good. So this is your Raptor camp and your Krug camp are the two highest gold yield camps in your jungle aside from the buffs, and also the two highest XP yield camps outside of buffs and Gromp. And they are really, really good to take. This is the first time you're taking your Raptor camp. These are still level 1, which means they're not going to give you shit. You need to have taken these Raptor camps at like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And even if you'd taken them at 5 minutes, they would still be up right now for you to take, since they respawn in 2 minutes. So it's just inefficient pathing, and that's also delaying your level 6. You're probably gonna get level 6 off of this, I'd assume. But you really should have gotten level 6 off of those raptors, or even in that scuttle fight.
What's the gold value that he has at the moment?
3,000 to 2,000. But Nasus is still 4 camps ahead of you, which should never happen. You're a very efficient clearer on Vi. Nasus sucks at clearing. So even if you're ganking a lot more than him, you should still be able to keep at least even or ahead of him in jungle camp farm. And that's also why your level 6 was so delayed in comparison to what it should have been. Because you're ganking and not farming. And farming is so overpowered, especially in lower elo, because nobody expects you to do it.
So in other words, if his pathing had been a little bit better, his lead over Nasus would be more pronounced than it is right now.
Yes. He'd probably be 1.5k up instead of just 8k up, or 800 up.
And in terms of levels, would he be in?
He'd be level 7 by now.
Okay.
So right here, you spent some time around here, and then you just kind of ran across. You had Dragon up. You have mid prio and bot prio. And maybe you don't see Nasus over here. Maybe you don't know where he is. But because you have priority in both lanes, as well as Tryndamere shoving in Mundo, and Mundo has no teleport, you can just do this dragon for free. And if Nasus comes up to contest you, your bot lane comes over, your mid lane comes over, and you just fucking kill him and then take dragon anyway. This dragon was super, super free. So you have to pay attention to your lane states, especially on the side that you're on. Because this dragon was yours for sure. Since your bot lane's shoved up, your mid lane's shoved up, and they can rotate to you faster. This is also a good Herald to take because, once again, top lane priority, mid lane priority. Well, I guess mid lane doesn't have super priority right now, but Annie's already ulted and she can't really rotate to you. I think you're just going to go for the Annie kill right now, which is also fine.
Killing Annie here also opens up Herald.
Yeah. So you shove this wave, good. Fully shove it, and then either run down to Dragon or run up to Herald. You see Nasus top, so you go down to Dragon. Good. Your bot lane's fighting, so right now you need to dip off the Dragon and help him kill. I know it's... So, alright, as a jungler, I know it feels really shitty when your bot lane's fighting as you're taking Dragon. You just want to say, fuck you guys, I want to take the Dragon. But you peel off this Dragon, help them kill these people. This guy survives, you get 2 kills, and then you still get the Dragon. It's just the Dragon is delayed for, what, 30 seconds?
In other words, going for the dragon there gives up the 2 kills. Going for the dragon later gets the 2 kills and the dragon.
Yes, and saves Nasus. Or, saves Nautilus.
Gotcha.
This is a fine gank. You want to just shove this out, let TF get a reset. And you still have this up. So Krugs are fine to skip if you're not trying to get a ton of gold and carry the game. If you're just trying to play supportive ganker, Krugs are fine to skip post 7 minutes. But you got your wolves up, you got your Gromp up, and these buffs, or these camps have been up for, I want to say, a solid 3-4 minutes. I'm going to go back to 6 minutes real quick and see if these camps are up for you. Yep. So these camps still up. You haven't taken these camps in 3 or 4 minutes. And this is when you're crossing over. So let's go back to 10 minutes.
So generally speaking, when you went back just now, he had like 1900 in his pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
How often should he be backing in terms of gold value? Just generally.
Uh, if you're getting ganks off and you're just fully in your full health and you're power clearing, you should probably be resetting at 2k gold if you're just not getting killed at all.
Okay.
You reset every 2k gold, um, just to get your items in. If you literally have no reason to reset other than items, then it's fine to reset around 2k gold, get your items in, since you're going to be just strong anyway. I also have this problem where, and I'm sure Alex can attest to this, where I literally just am on the map for 20 minutes straight and I reset with 5,000 gold. And that's not good. Don't do that. You want to be trying to get resets in relatively frequently to get your items in, since you're just going to be stronger than them with your items.
Okay.
That's good. Rotate top side.
Can you check his gold
Um,
real quick?
yep. I think he has 1800, 1900.
Okay. Because top isn't in a great spot for a gank. Window's pretty close to his turret. Annie's pretty close to her turret. Bot lane's off the lane, off the map. Could he be looking maybe for like Herald and back, or back in a couple camps? What
So
what?
I think he should be looking for Scuttle into Gromp, and then you look on the map. You see if Mundo's gankable. You see if Annie's gankable. You see if you can take Herald.
Okay.
Because right now Herald is a little bit sketchy, since Annie's full health, Mundo's full health, and in lane, and you know Nasus is on the top side of the map.
Okay.
So you want to get this. You want to get your Gromp on cooldown, and then look for something. But right now this is a very risky dive because it's Mundo with ults, and you know Nasus is on the top side of the map. So if Nasus is good here, then this is a really, really risky play. It looks like Nasus is just going to rotate off, but again, you don't know that he's rotating off.
And you know TF is spot on a gank and Annie's
Yep.
mid. She can
So there's
rotate.
this dive is really, really risky. And realistically, this should be a 2v2 under the enemy turret because you know Nasus is up there. Oh no.
Oh, see?
Yeah, see? That's the Mundo.
Wow.
That should have been 2 kills since Nasus should have been up there as well. He should have recognized that the Mundo was going to get dove.
That was almost prophetic. Dreamer doesn't
Yep,
have
there it
art.
is.
He gets caught.
Heartbreaking. Oh, does he get out here? No. Nope.
Nope.
No, he doesn't. Honk.
Plus 6. 12, sorry.
Alright, so you're getting back on the map. You're going to take your... Right here, you need to take your Wolves, take your Gromp. You can't help this right here. You cannot help this turret. You don't have Flash, you don't have ult. And they... While they may be low on health, they're still Mundo Nasus, so they're going to be pretty tanky. And you're not even going to be able to get up there in time before they regenerate. Tryndamere has no teleport. So right now, you take Wolves, Gromp. If they're still under the turret when this wave hits, then you can go up there and start defending. But right now, you just need to take your camps and then look to do Herald, since they're going to have to reset soon because of their health bars. So let's see what you do. Skip your Wolves. Skip your Gromp. And you're going to miss out on kills because they're just going to run away. So you just missed out on 2 camps, and you're not going to get anything off of it. Right here, since you already missed out on those 2 camps, you know they're resetting, you run straight for Herald. You also saw Annie rotate bot side. You just run straight for Herald, take this, run mid, and drop it, and get those free plates. Jungling is all about knowing where the enemy laners is and making plays based on that. Where are the enemy laners, where are my laners, and what can I do on the map based on that information. So you should have taken Herald. The next best thing to do is what you did. Take your camps, farm towards bot side, and try and get your bot lane ahead, since they're the one lane that's not really doing much right now. But for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Annie is trolling here, so she's a free gank. But she sees you on this ward. This ward right here is the pixel ward on both pixel brushes, is the strongest ward in the first 20 minutes of the game. Because if you're trying to gank mid, you go through this bush right here. They see you coming on the pixel brush. You try and go around, they see you coming on the pixel brush. Now conversely, Twisted Fate threw a pink ward right here. So yeah, he'll see somebody coming through this bush, but if somebody were to come around this way, he doesn't see them coming, and they just get a gank off behind him. So if he threw this pink ward in the pixel brush instead, he would always see them coming. So these wards in this bush, these side mid brushes, absolutely suck unless there's no way for you to get out of lane to place a ward in the pixel brush. Pixel brush, strongest ward in the game for the first 20 minutes. And that's also the brush that you should be clearing with your sweeper the most often.
Does he have sweeper?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's just fucking griefing. You shouldn't have been able to do that. She knew you were there. Now you know the scuttle is spawning topside, so you need to take your raptors, red buff, and then go topside, get scuttle, and then get herald or dive top. Your Trinimir's trolling you. Bot lane's fighting. Since bot lane's fighting, you just run straight down bot lane. You know Nasus is there. You just gotta run straight down, help him out. Oh no. This is actually fine. You 1v1 him.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
That's very unfortunate. You guys just missed each other. That's unfortunate timing. I like what you were going for there. But you would have gotten, if you had had Herald there, you would have been able to get full plate spot or top. Thankfully, your Twisted Fate's good and you got full plates mid. But right now, this game is over. Oh wait, I fucking skipped ahead. Oops.
Because we've missed probably one possibility to get a dragon. We missed a possibility or two to get Herald. We end up being actually down on farm at Nasus at this point.
Which should never happen, especially against a really, really bad clearer like Nasus. It takes him a while, especially early, to get his camps cleared. And so you should be at least 1.5 to 2,000 gold ahead of him right now, especially with how many kills and assists you have. But you're only 800 gold ahead of him, 900 gold ahead of him, which is pretty low in comparison to how far ahead you should be, especially with how much you've been doing on the map. Alright, you know dragon spawn and you're going bot side, this is good.
Your gold lead is literally almost entirely your kills and assists.
Nico's trolling.
Drag is up, you have all 5. Herald's up. Herald loses a lot of value after 14 minutes, but, you know, it would still be a valuable tool.
You don't need to be going for this fight right now. You just need to either, if you're going to take this turret, take it and then run to dragon. If you're not going to take the turret, then just run to dragon and get the dragon.
Yeah, after 14 minutes, if it's Herald versus Dragon, it's Dragon every time, basically.
And in solo queue, if you want to make these calls, just fucking ditch your team, go to it, and then spam ping them. Just be like, wah, 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 wah. Come here, come here, come here, come here with the assistance thing, and just go for the objective. If they don't follow you, then that's not your fault. But you not trying to do that, and you not making the play to do that is your fault. If nobody even tries to do it, it's everybody's fault. If you at least try to do it and try and get them to do it with you, then it's their fault, not yours. And you did everything that you could to make the correct play. Right here, you know Nasus is really, really strong because he's Nasus and he has stacks, and you don't know where anybody else on their team is. Sure, you have some vision going up here, but there could be people over here waiting in the wings to come around and flank you, and you would have no idea. So this is just a very, very sketchy fight to do. And right here, I think you're going to lose dragon off of it. Yep, Nasus is running straight down. You're running down, but Tryndamere doesn't have teleport, Dr. Mundo does. And they all have everybody on the map. So you had a free dragon before, and you're probably going to lose it now, since they just have everybody on the map, and Mundo teleporting in. So at this point in the game, it's less about jungling and more about decision. But one thing to keep in mind is this dragon was gone the moment that you made that play on Nasus and got killed. the dragon was just gone. So don't even bother coming down here and jerking off for 30 seconds to try and quote unquote contest it when you know that it's gone. Go up, take your top side camps, maybe trade for Herald, but get these camps on cooldown, get some gold. You're losing your lead fast, and you need to try and extend that as best you can.
Yeah, the 800 lead went to 400.
That's a good ulti. Just chase her down. Yep. And right here, what are you doing? Where are you going? What? Oh, hello? They have low health, low health, low health, low health. You could come back in, kill the moon. If you were just staying up here in the fight, you can bop the Mundo from behind. You can wait them out if they keep trying to chase this. You kill these two from over here. But where are you going? Everybody's on low health. This is a question mark ping and a half right here. Like, this is a super, super winnable fight. And you're... Hello? Hello? If you get both these kills, it doesn't even matter.
Oh,
You super get
no
controlled
way.
that fight.
No way.
Okay,
Okay.
good. You got your... I think it was your Xayah killed and let the Nico live. In a fight that should have been essentially deathless.
Okay,
Nazar
she
just fucking left the game? What? Okay, at least you got the Nico.
Nico Giga into
But
it.
that was super, super troll. If
It-
you're in a fight that you think is even, like, if the fight can go either way, you don't walk away from it. You just gotta commit to that fight. If you know it's a losing fight, like in that situation, if your Xayah was already dead and they were all on full health, it's fine to just walk away and reset or walk away and push a wave. But you should have been able to recognize that that fight was still super, super winnable, and they had low health bars, and your carries, the TF and the Xayah, were both still alive. So you definitely don't want to ditch your carries in that situation. In that situation, your carries' lives are more important than yours. Because as Vi, post 2 items, post 20 minutes, you start to fall off. Whereas your Xayah will only get stronger. So your power spike, and the duration for which you matter more than Xayah is basically over at this point, and Xayah's life matters more than yours. I like your itemization for anti-heal here. I think you should just sit on this and go straight into Black Cleaver. And I don't think there's... Yeah, so the camp, nothing's happening on the map, camp. You have 5 camps up, nothing's happening on the map, no objectives are up except for the Herald, which doesn't matter since it's despawning soon anyway. So, what are you doing? Where are you going?
A summoner has reconnected.
You're bush baiting. You're taking Herald, which is fine, but Herald at this point in the game honestly matters less than your camps. At this point in the game, Herald matters less than 5 camps. If you either, at 19 minutes, if you have the choice between taking 5 of your camps and taking Herald, you take 5 of your camps.
All this Herald is going to amount to is most likely a turret you'd get anyway, or damage on a turret you're not going to get. At least not at that point.
So, post 14-minute Heralds, if you have nothing else to go for, if all your camps are cleared, or if you only have a few camps up, it's fine to go for. But if you have that many camps up, and you go for the Herald anyway, and are not taking your camps, then you're just putting yourself super, super far behind. So let's check your gold lead now. Alright, you're back up since you got some shutdowns, but you're down on farm in Nasus still, when you should be at least 20 to 30 CS up, in terms of farm efficiency on Vi.
Yeah, like Shelly there just got a turret that you were going to get anyway. Getting your 5-stack here.
So you did get a lot of value out of this Herald, but you shouldn't have. But you still did, so I'll forgive the Herald play for the amount of value you got, but now you're just overstaying. Right here, you just gotta dip. Leave him alone. Oh, and TF just fucking auto the Nico instead of the Nasus. Josiah's inting.
Ooh.
And you died with ult and flash up. How did you die? Let's go back and check that out.
Nasus.
Okay. So let me see what you need to be doing in this fight. I'm gonna slow this down. Alright, so right here, yep, you Q on to Nasus. Right here, you need to hit your Q on somebody. So you gotta flash. You need to, while you're charging up your Q, you can flash and then release it for a super, super long distance Q. If you're going for this Q, I think you flash onto the Nico or you flash onto the Nasus. And just make sure that you hit it. Right here, hitting that Q is super important. You got your combo off on Nasus, ult this guy. This person is in your range. This Caitlyn, carry on the enemy team. You ult her, the game is won, and you end the game. But instead, you're still fighting, and you end up just getting comboed down. You were not CC'd. You had the ult on Caitlyn. You don't, after your first initial electrocute proc on somebody, if you're engaging, you electrocute proc the tank, and you immediately try and ult the carry. That's how you play Vi in team fights. You ult the carry there, you still get ult damage off on Nasus, since your ult goes through everybody and damages it. You kill Nasus, you kill Caitlyn, you win the game. Game is over. Granted, your teammates could have fought that a lot better as well, but what your teammates are doing doesn't matter. It's what you can do better, is what we're focusing on. I honestly think that that's all that's gonna matter for jungling.
Okay.
Alex, do you want me to go over some more team fights? And how we should be playing out team fights on Vi?
Maybe just one more. Yeah.
We'll just... This looks like a one team fight down here. So we'll see what you do good here. Alright, so their Nico's doing Nico stuff. Trinimir's doing Trinimir stuff. Dragon is spawning in. What is it? Is it O? No. X?
X.
No, oh gosh, I'm pressing a lot of buttons. Objective timers, that's what I want. Okay.
She got 25
Got Dragon
to Herald
28.
just about.
What are you doing over here? Your entire team, it's fine for you to go over here if your entire team isn't over on the other side of the map. If you have one other person on this side of the dragon with you, then that's fine. But if you're setting up for a dragon, you want your entire team to be on one side. You can't have 4 on one side and then 1 over here. Or even worse, 3 on one side, Trinimir off doing who knows the fuck what, and 1 over here. You need to be grouping with your team and have the numbers advantage. You really want a goon squad for these objectives. If you're over here while Twisted Fate's doing this shit, Caitlyn dies immediately, Nico dies immediately. Well, I guess Caitlyn dies immediately anyway. But that Nico, dead. And you can just take Dragon for free. I think it's still going to work out, but it could have been a lot easier. Alright, combo this, and then immediately look to the ult. Yep, just ult her. Good work. Alright, let's go up here. This thing seems like a very spicy team fight. Let's look at game state. So, you guys are up 8,000 gold. Game is still over. You're on soul point. You guys just win the game 100% of the time here. 90% of the time here, I should say.
Because notably it doesn't happen.
Yeah, you have Nexus open. This game is super fucked for them.
This looks like the fight that they lose. Like
Yeah.
the whole game, basically.
So let's see what happens.
Because they only have 1 tower on you. And it's top.
Alright, so what happens here? You see them all grouping. Trinimir's off doing who knows what. Twisted Fate's off doing who knows what. You have 2 mid lane clearing a wave, and you're up here. So they're grouped, ready to fight. You guys are not ready to fight. You're all off, jerking off, doing your own things, and they have 5 here. So right now you have 3 options. Option number 1, do you even have sweeper up right here? Yes, you do. You need to be sweeping here. So let me see if you sweep this. No, you don't sweep it. You're going for a flank. You always need to sweep yourself in, because now they know you're here and they can position accordingly. Your 3 options are either 1, you go in, try and fight it anyway, and hope your team follows up. Option number 2, you fall back, and you ping your team with the please come here ping to all group mid and get ready to fight. Option 3, Or sorry, you have 4 options. Option 3 is you go top lane, shove this wave in, and force them to respond to you going up. And option 4 is you sweep your way in, hide in this brush, and if they go for a fight, you go and end the game. You queue over this wall, go and end the game. So I'm guessing you do option 1, which is force a fight that you should not be forcing. There it is. Don't ult the tank. You already had Nautilus ulting him. You just wasted 2 point-and-click hard CC ults on the least important member of their team. Your Tryndamere is Giga-inting, but you guys should also be following up on him. I don't give a fuck about this Nico. I don't give a fuck about this Nasus. Your Tryndamere is trying to one-shot their carry. This Caitlyn dies, you win the game. You follow up on this Tryndamere's play right here.
Because he dies, Nico trades 1 for 1.
Yeah, like, even if Nico gets that kill, you still kill Caitlyn, you still win the game. And now you don't even have ult to try and get the Caitlyn. You have ult here, you didn't waste ult on the Mundo, Caitlyn dies. Since she had to flash away from Tryndamere. That was a really, really good play. But how... Alright,
How do we not end here?
Yeah, game's over. You guys just win the game.
28
Right?
seconds to Mundo, but who cares? Right?
Inhib's not even respawning yet. No, just smack it.
Oh,
Ult the Mundo, ult the Mundo, ult the Mundo. You also have flash here to reposition. You have ult. I think you ult the Mundo initially. You keep hitting the Nexus, you Q away from him, you flash away from him, you keep hitting the Nexus, and you win the game. I think you win the game even before the inhib respawns. So yeah, that was rough.
Since something else has to happen here.
That was painful, not gonna lie.
Mundo TPs.
Oh wait, I'm seeing a lot of deaths coming up.
He TPs here for no reason. He just runs back.
You can't be here right now. I don't care how soon the dragon is. You are 0 health. These fucking plants are not gonna help you respawn or regen as much as you need.
You would like.
You definitely can't.
Ooh.
You definitely can't recall in the middle of the river.
Oh, that's 1,000 gold for Mundo. Or no, 700. Sorry.
So I'm gonna be honest here. Your Tryndamere is really, really bad, but it doesn't. It should not have made a difference. Your Tryndamere being an idiot should not have made a difference in this game. Because you played out the early game of this game really, really well, all things considered, and essentially just won the game for your team. It doesn't matter that Tryndamere is griefing if everybody else is able to make good decisions. But since Tryndamere was making bad decisions and you were making bad decisions, then that's what ended up snowballing it. So the best thing to think about for improving is not what my teammates did bad, it's what I could have done better. This is a Baron fight? Oh goodness, wait, is this a Baron steal?
Oh.
This has to be a Baron steal.
No. Say it ain't so.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And he steals it. And that's
Oh
just
my
the
God.
game.
Yeah, holy shit. That's actually just heartbreaking.
Did he smite something else? Or did he just not smite at all?
Maybe he died. Alright, let's go all the way back. Alright, we're going back even farther. You have your smite up. We're slowing this baby down. 2.5 speed. We're getting ready to pause. Nautilus is doing his due diligence. Doing that. Annie's just gonna flash over the pit. But you should see that Annie's over there, and you guys should just stop damage, wait for her to flash in, ult her the moment she gets in and kill her, since you know Annie does a lot of damage.
Nasus doesn't even get into the pit here.
Alright, 930. Your smite is 850. You finish this auto attack, and then you smite it. 840, smite.
Oh!
Does Annie just burst it from here? 258, you still have time to smite. Yeah, you just gotta hit this. That's the spell you just gotta hit, and you can practice that in Smiterino. Look it up. Smiterino. It is a website that helps you practice your smites. It's really, really useful. I use it a lot, and I would recommend that every jungler also use Smiterino to practice smites. It is the most helpful thing. And I'm not going to flame you for missing the smite too bad. That's a hard smite to hit, especially because Annie does a lot of burst damage. And I've definitely missed some really easy smites, even in fucking Alex's Rising Tide Tsunami games, for sure. So that's forgivable, but at the same time, it's something that you can improve on.
Yeah, and in an ideal world, the game wouldn't have progressed to a point that you
Yeah,
needed to hit that smite. But yeah, from there, that's
you guys
just the
still
end
have
of the game.
you guys still have a chance. I don't even want to watch the end. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even want to watch it. I don't want to see what happens.
But
Overall, I think that you played a very, very good game of Vi. You just made bad decisions. So you made inefficient decisions that did not get you ahead of as ahead of as you should have been early game. And then you made bad decisions in team fights that could have ended up getting your team a lot more.
yeah,
And
there were also a couple
everybody
of
else made bad
situations.
decisions too. Everybody else made bad decisions too. So those weren't your fault, but the bad decisions that you made could have turned the game around as well.
There were a couple of missed opportunities we saw with like Herald or we saw with Dragon early on. That were just like pathing or objective or incorrect focus, which of course those all happen.
Where is I
Grass,
want
by
to
the way.
see healing done. Wait, nobody healed.
Unclick it. There you go. That's the one you
Oh,
want, I
okay,
think.
okay. I was like, what? Hey, nice. Big healing, probably from the jungle monsters. Um, vision score. Oh, wait. Is it not gonna tell me what the vision scores
Check
were?
it.
Oh, that's weird. All right, you got 34 wards placed. 5 wards placed. Okay, not terrible. Actually, no, that is pretty terrible, especially on jungle. You need to be buying pink wards on every single reset if you have the money for them. What the heck is? Why isn't this?
Click the one you want only, and then unclick it. There you go.
That's so dumb.
It is. It's broken right now.
You need to have a lot more wards destroyed. At least 5 wards destroyed, especially in a game that long when you're taking sweeper. You need to be clearing out that stuff, knowing where the enemy's wards should be, and then clearing those out. Uh, yeah. Overall, I think that you played a pretty decent game of Vi, and there's a lot that you could have done better. So that just means that you have a lot of room to improve, and you're already at a pretty solid baseline level. And don't do Conqueror because you're gonna lose if you play Conqueror Vi.
Okay. If there aren't any other points that you want to make, thanks, Mike, for doing this review for us, and